Every perfect love hides an untold story.
I love you.
And
You must
Sophie's
feel it
untold
because I
story
do.
is about to tear her world apart. The season opens not with chaos, but with
Dear
beauty.
reader,
Sophie is seen walking
terrified.
through the glittering halls of a grand ball.
Oh!
Chandeliers drip with light. Gowns
It is
shimmer like spilled
rare,
jewels, and
but you
music
must
fills the
follow
air.
your heart.
She glides gracefully, every step marked by
But
calm
it's
and
a
elegance.
counter-melody
To the
to their
ton,
theme
she is
together
perfection.
now.
An
And
unshakable
what was really
part
fun
of their
about these
glittering
people-
society, and now the beloved of Benedict Bridgerton.
You cannot break
They
my
see a love
sister's
story
heart.
that is
Looking
flawless,
at you.
untouched by shadows. But what they do not see, what Sophie hides so
The
carefully,
The lies.
is a truth that has never
And I
gone
think it's
away.
probably slightly humiliating.
Her love
because
with Benedict is
Need to take a
pure,
wife this season?
born not
You
from
look
duty
especially
but from
beautiful tonight,
desire,
Miss Featherington.
not from wealth but from
Incredibly
something
sweet
deeper.
being, and it's really the
He
first
looks
time
at
that
her
we're
as
ever
if she is
feeling
his whole
what their
world.
theme is.
And in that gaze, Sophie finds the comfort she has been denied all her life.
Cannot tolerate.
Yet even in her happiest
And it's
moments,
maddening.
fear lingers.
How much you
It creeps in
consume
when the music fades,
my very
when the
being.
laughter of the crowd softens. When she is left alone with her thoughts, she knows the walls of society are fragile,
And
held
Penelope saw all
together
of
by
it.
whispers and
Okay, you ready?
silence.
Good.
One
The big
wrong
reveal.
word,
Yeah,
one careless rumor, and everything she has
Do you
built
believe the
could
best
collapse.
foundation for love
In
is
public,
friendship?
Sophie smiles.
Is an early theme
She
for
laughs at the
Daphne that
right
we also
moments,
heard in
curtsies with grace, and holds her
presentation
head
scene.
high.
Courting the
In
girl
private, she
Bridgerton.
clings to Benedict's hand as if it is the only thing keeping her from drowning. He trusts her completely,
Every
and it is
presumptuous
that
mother in
trust that
town
cuts
will
her
leave me
deepest.
alone, and every
Because Sophie is
suitor
not who they
What
think
part
she
about
is. Her
finding
name,
out
her face, her
Penelope is
charm,
Lady
all are
Whistledown
truths, but they are
crushed
also
Eloise the
shields.
most?
Behind them lies a past filled with cruelty,
Lord
shame, and secrets that
Devlin.
could turn
He is-
As soon as they
admiration
start
into
dancing, the
scorn.
theme comes in.
The
really
Bridgertons, for all their
loudly,
warmth,
boldly, and
belong to a
I
world that
could not
values
live with
bloodlines
myself
and
if I
names.
robbed her of her happiness.
And though Benedict swears
never
his
met
love would
anyone
never
like
break,
this. If this is
Sophie
to work,
fears
it must
society's
be a
cruelty
madly
could break
apart.
and break them both. Her
Could you
every step
truly
into
now
the
look
glittering
back at that
rooms of the
time when she's
ton
been
feels like
on these
walking on
mad
glass.
quests in
Beautiful but
altercations with
deadly,
the
each movement bringing her closer to
You have
ruin.
done
The
very
season does
well,
not open with
Penelope.
war or
And
betrayal,
Daphne's theme is
but
continuing.
with Sophie's
So
smile,
much so that the
a
secondary
smile she has
melody
learned to
you
wear
hear
like
here
armor.
They have
She is
husbands.
a woman living in two worlds,
Gossip as
one
I
of
might.
romance and promise, the other of memories she
Like
cannot
wisdom.
erase. And as the
suppose you're
candles
right.
burn brighter, as the music
Penelope was
rises higher,
writing
her past waits, patient
Perhaps there is
and
an
merciless,
answer.
ready to demand its due.
We could
The
predict
night
where
may
one bit
glitter
was going
with
to be your
diamonds,
hair.
but
It wasn't
Sophie's
working,
memories are
and
made of
it now
shadows.
looks like it's coming out.
Behind her calm
Is that
smile lies a history
diamonds
carved
are
not
not
by
the
love, but by
only
loss.
gems that
Long before the
sparkle.
Bridgertons knew her
This is
name,
to work.
Sophie was a girl trapped in a house that never felt like home.
It is no
She was not
Through a
born into the
pattern,
life she
this
now
season
lives.
is surely
She
a
was forced to climb
surprise.
toward it, carrying
You're here to
scars
track
that no
the
silk
scribbler.
gown can
I
hide.
believe I've made a
Her
discovery.
earliest days
Was
were
it I was
marked by
new princess?
silence.
impossible.
Her mother
What if I
gone,
want
her
to
place in the
fly?
world left undefined. When her father acknowledged
I
her
mostly
only
think
to
she's
place her
wondering
in
why
the care of a
people don't feel
stepmother,
like-
She
who
does.
saw her
Yeah,
not as
yeah.
family
I don't think
but
she
as a
thinks there's
servant.
anything.
Sophie's fate was sealed. Her hands learned the sting of endless work. Her heart learned the weight of invisibility, and her soul learned to hide.
Yeah.
She was reminded
some
daily that she was
secret you
less than
won't tell me.
others, unworthy
I
of
can take
love,
care of
undeserving
myself.
of
Then what-
comfort.
Colin Bridgerton.
And yet,
As if he
even
would
in
ever
her
waste his
suffering,
ink on someone
Sophie
like
carried
you.
a spark.
You tend to
She
form
would steal moments of joy when no one was watching.
Caring like that.
The feel
Should
of
be
sunlight
most
through an
enchanting.
open window.
Now,
The
that might
sound
not
of
make sense
laughter
to you
from
because
a
you can't
world
see.
she was not allowed
Doesn't
to
make sense to
join.
anyone.
Yeah. This is good.
These small fragments kept her alive, feeding a hope that one day she could step beyond the walls of cruelty and claim something
Why
more.
did you do not wish to marry
But
me?
cruelty has a way of
And
echoing.
right here, as soon
Is the
The
case
voices
that
that
Mr.
told her
Bridget
she
has
was
dreams?
nothing have not
What about my
faded.
dreams?
They still
Please do
whisper
not
in her
have
mind
dreams.
whenever she
I
hears
only
the
wish to
rustle of
finally
silk or
find
the
the
clink
real
of
writer and make her
glass.
pay for all
No
of her
matter how far
crimes.
she runs, the
But
echoes
Alex is all
follow.
but declared
That is
me
why she keeps her
ineligible.
past locked away,
Whistledown.
hidden like a
I'm
fragile
unable to
letter
find a
tucked
hard
deep in a
about
drawer.
No.
What she
No,
thinks.
Because
yeah,
if the
absolutely.
ton learns
So
the
I
truth,
just want to
that
make
the
something clear.
dazzling
I
Sophie
started
they
out with-
admire was once a girl cast aside, shamed for her
What
blood and
this
lineage,
author knows
they
to
will
be
not
true.
simply turn their backs.
Closer.
They will drag her name through every drawing room until no door remains open.
Good am I to you?
The cruel irony is this.
Most
Sophie's greatest
seasons of our
shame is
married
also her
lot
greatest
follow.
strength. The resilience she built in silence is the very thing that allows her to stand tall among those who once would have ignored her. But secrets are heavy, and even the strongest hands can only hold
Too
them for
much
so
paint
long.
on, and it's like
As the
something's
story
happened
unfolds,
whilst I've not been
a
looking.
figure stirs from the darkness of Sophie's past.
I would not be angry if
Someone
found
who
to be a
knows what
lost
she
cause.
hides.
You must not
Someone
say
who
such
carries
for
her
the most
history
part,
like a
we're focusing
weapon.
on just
And when that
Daphne's
weapon
theme.
is drawn, it
Some of
will
those
not
high
strike
swells
Sophie
of
alone.
Da-
It will strike Benedict, the Bridgertons, and the fragile love they have built.
Colin cannot discover
The past is not gone. It is alive, waiting, and it has finally found its moment to return. Scandal never arrives with warning. It slips quietly into the room, wearing a smile,
ball. She's
For
lucky
Sophie,
to have a
it
really
begins on an
lovely and
evening like
supportive
any other.
family.
And in you, I
The
hope.
air is thick with
I'm only
perfume.
helping her
The
find one.
ballroom alive with
Isn't
music,
only you
laughter,
worried
and
about
gossip.
Penelope?
Owing and
She
building
stands at
anticipation
Benedict's side,
as they're
her
about
hand
to
resting
start their
gently on
dance.
his arm, her
Tell
heart
the
steady
truth, I
for
will
once.
reveal it to him myself.
But then across the crowd, a face emerges. A face
Not
she
your
thought she had
strength,
escaped.
exasperation, perhaps,
It is not the
vexation,
face itself
Do
that
not
chills
tell
her.
me!
It is the memory it carries.
We find
This
ourselves
person knows her
beside
before
each
she was
other.
Sophie
I'd like to get
Bridgerton's
out.
beloved.
Oh no!
They know her as the forgotten girl, the
Why, what have you
servant in
done?
silks, the
I put
illegitimate
Delightful
daughter
to see
who did
you all.
not belong.
Splendid weather we are
One
having.
glance, one smirk, and Sophie feels the ground beneath her shift. For the first time in years, her mask threatens to crack. The catalyst does not shout, nor does it rush.
Have you been writing?
Yes,
It lingers.
letters
It watches.
coverage.
It drops words like poison into the ears of the
Share
curious. A half smile
every
here, a
laugh.
raised brow there, a name whispered too softly to ignore. The ton, ever hungry for scandal, begins to stir.
I'm anything but
Questions
interested
bloom
in
like
you.
weeds. Who is she really?
Interested in you.
Where did she come from?
But I kind
Rumors
of
Am I
spread
starting to
faster
droop?
than music
Yeah.
across the
Can't play a
ballroom
teenager
floor.
forever.
I don't
For
know
Sophie,
if Eloise...
every whisper is a dagger.
You are Penelope
She
Featherington. Do
clutches
not forget
Benedict's
that.
hand tighter. But even he
She's
cannot
not
see
even
the
husband.
war
Died down,
raging in her
and now
heart.
there's a bit more
To him,
of
it is
a
just another
foundation being
evening,
built,
another
but
dance.
still everything's growing.
To her, it is the
Full
beginning
down
of the
is
end.
power.
She knows the catalyst has not come
Is
for a
it too
dance or a
difficult for you
drink.
to reveal?
They have come with
I am the
intent.
queen.
They carry her past like a torch, ready to set fire to the world she has built.
First, tame
Still,
her
Sophie says
sister.
nothing. Fear locks her lips, pride
Ever
seals
since
them.
I was a
If she tells
schoolboy
Benedict
and you
now,
were...
if she confesses before the rumors take root, perhaps he will stand by her. But to reveal it herself is to risk shattering his trust.
possible. When I was reading the
To
book,
stay
I was saying it's
silent,
such a
however,
lovely story, the way
is
they
to
met.
let the
I
secret
think there's just
spread
a lot
until it
going on
devours
that
them
you
both.
can't
Sturdy.
The catalyst moves closer with every passing hour, weaving through the glittering crowd with
Daphne's
the
theme that we
patience of a
heard
predator.
earlier in the episode.
Their
the first
weapon
time
is
we
not
heard this
strength,
was-
but knowledge. And knowledge in the wrong hands is ruin. The music plays on, but Sophie no longer hears it. The catalyst has arrived, and
Pardon
with
me,
them,
young lady.
the past she
Should I
has fought
trouble
so
you?
hard to bury. The question is no
Congratulations.
longer if her
But you
secret
must
will
admit
be
it's rather
revealed.
sudden. I have
The
known
question
her.
is when. The catalyst's whispers are already spreading like smoke, curling into every corner of the ton. Sophie feels it in the way eyes linger a second too long,
Here, old friend.
in the way laughter seems sharper, in the way conversations fall silent when she steps too near. The
Frustration out
ballroom
of me
that once felt like a stage
sometimes.
for her love now feels like a cage, and she is trapped.
I will not tell my
Benedict notices only pieces of her unease. He sees her smile falter.
For
Her
some of
hands
us,
tremble when she
notice
lifts
is
a
very
glass,
slight.
the way she avoids
It's my
certain
husband,
corners
is
of
what
the
you
room.
think?
It's really
He
to
asks
kind of
softly if
showcase
she is
her
well.
anxiety and
And Sophie
anticipation
answers
and,
with a
and really
practiced
help with this
nod.
build.
Her lips forming reassurances while her heart pounds with dread. She cannot tell him, not yet.
Swiftly.
For if she speaks the truth, she risks not only her happiness but his honor.
She'll
This
discover
is the
which
cruel
young
edge of
ladies
Sophie's
might
conflict.
succeed at
Silence is
securing
betrayal,
a match.
but so is
All
honesty.
you are doing, my lord,
If
is
she
toying
says
with the
nothing,
emotions of an
the
impressionable
rumors may
young
consume
lady.
them both,
Happiness
and he will
is...
feel the sting of deceit. If she confesses, she
possible? There
risks
was not
losing
a
him
single
before the
betrothal
ton
yet
ever has
of
a
young
chance
women
to
in the ton.
decide.
Bear in mind, I didn't
The weight
write
of choice
that
crushes
question,
her,
by the way.
and every path leads toward ruin.
Friends.
In her mind, memories of the
I should like
past
to see your
blur with
skills as they
visions
are
of the
first.
future.
How d-
A second
She sees
counter melody
Benedict
that's
standing
coming in
before
that
her,
starts to
his
hint
eyes
at
full
their
of
theme
disappointment,
together.
his voice cold
Let
with
it be
questions.
known,
She sees the
if
Bridgertons
there's a
turning their
scandal,
warmth into distance.
I
Society
shall
slamming its doors. The
knowing
love
each
she
other.
has clung to
Completely.
shattering like glass on marble. Yet she also
you
sees his hand
relish
reaching for
a
hers, steady,
challenge.
unshaken, refusing to let her fall. That hope burns within her, but fear drowns it before it can rise. The whispers grow louder.
Really
Every
see what's
ball,
right in
every
front of them,
dinner, every
which is
gathering
obviously
becomes a
for the fans that
battlefield
show
where
very
Sophie
frustrating,
must
and
fight
they
with
take
nothing
that.
but a smile. She burns letters, hides away reminders of her childhood,
worried.
desperate to keep the
It's
truth
good to see
buried.
you.
Is it?
But secrets
Something
leave
wrong.
traces, and
Seems as
traces
though every
invite
Bridgerton was
discovery.
born to attract me.
For Benedict,
She's
confusion
presented in
sets
front
in.
of the queen.
He knows
and it's called
Sophie's
Flawless,
spirit,
my
her
dear.
honesty, her
And
strength.
I find
Yet
your
now she
opinion of
seems
yourself entirely
distant,
too high.
cloaked in shadows he
Your
cannot name.
character
He
is
loves her enough to wait,
The
but
next
not
dance?
forever. He begins to wonder, is she protecting him or hiding from him?
A very
The
long
conflict
time.
is no longer just
But perhaps
Sophie's.
it did all happen
It becomes
rather...
theirs, a silent wedge between their hearts.
is upon us.
Love, once effortless, now trembles beneath the weight of what she cannot
He
say.
seeks a wife
And
only
as
to
the
fulfill
rumors
his
sharpen
duty.
into something
Cannot
more
give you the
dangerous,
love you deserve.
the choice presses harder.
This is my
Confess
sister.
and risk everything, or remain silent and watch the truth destroy them both.
about here.
The candles
How does
burn
Eloise
lower.
deal with being
The
such
music
an
slows
oddball
and the
amongst
war
the
within
other...
Sophie's heart grows louder than any ball or banquet. She knows
Welcome
one
back.
truth above all others.
We
The
hope you
past will not wait
Are we
much
not friends?
longer. And when it finally breaks through, it will demand a price
The entire
neither she
time.
nor Benedict may be ready to
So
pay.
as they're approaching the dance floor
The tongue
here,
does not need
we
proof
start
to
to hear
pass judgment. It only needs a whisper. By the time Sophie attends her next gathering, the room is no longer hers to move through freely.
To the match of the season.
It is a stage set against her. Conversations stop mid-sentence when she enters. Fans flutter, but not for modesty. They are shields for smirks, for secrets passed from one mouth to another. Once Sophie was admired for her grace, her beauty, the mystery that surrounded her. Now that mystery has soured. Curiosity twists into suspicion, and admiration curdles into doubt.
Please enjoy Bridgerton.
Who is she really?
Sibling portraits.
They murmur. Does she deserve the Bridgerton name? The questions are not asked in kindness, but in delight. Because the fall of one so loved is the entertainment the ton
I must
craves
take a
most.
husband.
Even
Fireworks
the
that we
warmest
see
smiles grow
and
thin.
are really meant to
Invitations slow.
heighten the looks that
Dances
they're
once
hear
offered
everything for
freely are
cent.
now politely
I already have
withdrawn.
enough for tonight.
Sophie
Oh, no,
feels
it's
the
not
shift
tonight.
as if the
It's for
walls
the-
themselves are closing in. She has
take it you with
survived
any
cruelty
man who
before,
views
but
women
this is
merely as
different.
vassals and breeders
In
of
her
power.
youth, the cruelty was private, contained within the walls of her stepmother's house. Now it is public and it is endless.
Oh, and every
The
eye in
entire
the
society
car. Focus
watches
on
her
her
like a hawk
upcoming
circling its prey. And Benedict, he feels it too. Though he holds Sophie's hand tighter, though he looks
is
at her
my
with the
home.
same devotion, he cannot shield her from the weight of 1,000 eyes.
To be an
His very
exceptional young
presence at her
lady,
side becomes another
any
weapon for
suitor
the
wishing to
gossips.
gain an which young
Why does he
ladies
not see
might
it?
succeed at
Why does he defend her?
securing a match.
Their scorn
always
touches
amused me,
him,
Miss
though he
Bridgerton.
pretends
It's a
not
true
to
love
notice.
match.
Because
Yet
they met
every
when they were
whisper
so
about
young.
Sophie is
in
also a strike
the
against
cutest
him.
way.
Against his family, against the name he carries. The Bridgertons have always been pillars of society, unshakable,
Brother, under what
admired,
foreign sun did you
envied.
apparently get such
But
a
now, with
Swirling
Sophie at their
fireworks.
side, cracks
And
begin to
overall,
show.
this whole section
so the ton
is really
believes.
building off of
The family's kindness, once their pride, is now painted as weakness. Their loyalty becomes fodder for ridicule. The society that once celebrated them now waits for the moment they will falter.
Being with you.
Sophie sees it all.
told him, but you're
She sees the doors beginning to close, the smiles turning sharp, the warmth replaced by ice. And though Benedict whispers promises of forever, she knows how cruel the world can be when secrets are revealed. It is not simply her heart at stake anymore, it is his. It is theirs. The ton is not content to watch. It wants to destroy. And Sophie, once admired, now stands at the center of its storm.
is
Love, when tested, does not tremble quietly.
I
It
just know
shakes the
you'll create
walls, it rattles the
masterpieces.
heart, it demands to be proven. For Sophie and Benedict, what once felt effortless now becomes a battle against the world and against themselves.
is moving with the
For
changing
Benedict,
tide.
the stakes are
So
clear.
too
if we hear these
He is a Bridgerton.
swells and this loud
His family's
percussion
name is a
that
crown he
started
wears
with
whether
the
he chooses
fireworks
to
the
or
first
not.
few-
His every step is watched, his every choice judged, and his future weighed not only for himself but for his brothers, his sisters, his entire bloodline. To stand beside Sophie is to risk it all, but to let her go, that would mean tearing out his own heart. For Sophie, the cost is even greater. She has lived her entire life knowing how fragile love can be, how quickly it can be snatched away. She knows the cruelty of a world that looks at her bloodline and sees shame instead of worth. She has tasted that rejection before and it nearly destroyed her. Now she
While
fears
this
it will not
author
only
finds
consume her
Miss
but also drag
Edwina
Benedict
Sharma.
into the flames. Her love,
This
the
is
one
what they
thing
have
that has
been
given her
trained
strength,
for
could be the
since
very
birth.
thing that ruins him. The whispers are
dive
louder
in.
now.
Why can't Colin
The ton
see
waits
that
eagerly for
Penelope
Benedict to make his choice. Will he protect the woman who has stolen his
spectacular
heart? Or will he bow to the weight
beginning,
of
and as we see
expectation?
these fireworks in the background.
Every dinner, every
that
carriage
percussion is
ride,
hitting
every
those
glance across a
fireworks,
ballroom
and
Does
becomes a
my
test.
lady have a
The
suitor
world demands
in
he
mind?
abandon her, and yet his heart demands he hold
Colin?
tighter.
Masquerade
But
ball.
the deeper question lies within Sophie.
In that case,
Can she allow him to make
Go on.
that sacrifice?
None of that was
Can she bear the thought that his reputation, his future, his family's honor might crumble because of her? To confess the truth risks everything, but to leave him would break them both. Her love tells her to stay, but her fear whispers that she must go.
There is nothing
This is the edge they now stand upon. The stakes are no longer whispers and gossip. They are the very foundation of their future. For Benedict, it is his name, his family, and his dreams. For Sophie, it is her survival, her heart,
Truly is a
and her hope
sparse
of finally being more than the shadow she was forced to
Has
become.
arranged for two of the
The
Tom's
ton
most
is watching.
intriguing siblings
The family
put
is
brush to
listening.
canvas.
The past is pressing, and in the middle of it all, Sophie and Benedict must decide. Is love enough to survive when the world itself demands its end? The storm is broken. The whispers are no
Dearest
longer
gentle
whispers.
reader,
They are voices, sharp
we
and
have been
unrelenting.
apart.
Sophie's past stands in the open now, dragged from the shadows and laid bare before the ton. The woman once celebrated for her grace is now measured only by her secrets. And beside her stands Benedict, caught between a love that
Pardon me,
consumes
my
him
lord.
and a society that seeks to strip it away. The ballroom where their story once bloomed is no longer a place of music and light. It is a court of judgment. Eyes follow them, lips curl, fans hide smirks. Every step Sophie takes is heavy with shame she does not deserve. Every breath a reminder that her world could end with a single word. Yet still she holds her head high. Because to bow now would mean surrender. Benedict's choice is the beating heart of this climax. The Tun waits for him to falter, to let go of her
Just so you
hand,
know,
to
I'm
protect
really
his
not the
name and
strongest
leave her
painter.
behind.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the
But his
best idea
silence
you've
is
ever
louder
had.
than any declaration. He does not step away. He does not flinch. He looks at Sophie with the same unshaken devotion, as if daring the world to challenge him.
It feels right
In
now
that
that the
gaze lies
next
the
thing
question
may
that will
change me
define them both.
entirely.
Is love enough when the world says it is
and,
not?
play as though they're
The air
courting
is
each other
heavy with
throughout the
tension.
season.
The music fading
first.
into silence. Sophie feels the weight of his hand in hers, and for the first time, she wonders if perhaps love can withstand even this. Yet fear lingers still, whispering cruel possibilities. What if loyalty is not enough?
Bridgerton,
What if
betrothed to
society's scorn
Penelope
corrodes their
Featherington.
bond? What if,
Do not
in
tell me
saving
that he's
her,
yet another
Benedict is doomed to
scandal.
lose
This one is
himself?
different. This-
And so the
this
season
subject
closes
might
not
need-
with certainty, but with a blade hanging in the air. Will Benedict defy the world for the woman he loves? Will Sophie find the courage to believe in a love she feels unworthy of? Or will the past, relentless and merciless, claim victory at last? The final words fall like a challenge,
Dearest
heavy
reader,
and
today is a
inescapable.
most scandalous day
When the
indeed.
masks are
In honor
gone,
of
when the
to-do,
secrets are
this-
revealed, when love is tested beyond all measure, will Sophie and Benedict endure?
We begin.
Or will everything shatter? The screen fades to black. A mask lies broken on the floor. The question remains unanswered, burning in the minds of those who watch.